If you're a man over 60, I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up in the morning with real energy again. Not the kind where you drag yourself out of bed and wait for the coffee to kick in, but the kind where you feel awake, alive, steady, and strong. Imagine looking in the mirror and noticing your shoulders look a little broader, your waist a little slimmer. Imagine feeling calmer in your mind, less anxious, more confident, like the best version of yourself is returning. And imagine the quiet but powerful spark of knowing that you're still fully capable as a man. For many men, that spark has been gone for far too long. It slips away slowly. Low energy, stubborn belly fat, weaker erections, declining muscle mass, low motivation, irritability, and trouble sleeping. You may even feel like you lost a part of who you are, and you don't know how to get it back. But today, I'm going to share something simple, natural, and scientifically supported. Something you can start using immediately to reverse that decline. It's a food you can eat daily that most men ignore, yet research shows it can dramatically support healthy testosterone levels, boost vitality, improve blood flow, help erections, and strengthen metabolism. And the most surprising part? This is not a supplement, not a pill, not an expensive powder, not something your doctor has to prescribe. This is something you can pick up at any grocery store. So stay with me until the end, because once you understand how this works and how to use it correctly, you'll have a real tool, not just another promise. Low testosterone is extremely common after 60, and it's not your fault. By the time men reach age 60, testosterone levels have often dropped by 40–50% from what they were in younger years. That decline affects nearly every system in the body, from the brain to the heart to the muscles to sexual function. But what most men don't realize is that the body can continue making healthy testosterone even later in life, if we give it the raw materials and support it needs. And that's where this specific food comes in. It's one of the richest natural sources of essential minerals and amino acids required for testosterone production, especially zinc, selenium, vitamin B12, and high-quality proteins that stimulate luteinizing hormone, the hormone that tells the testes to make more testosterone. What is this food? It's oysters. Yes, oysters, the simple shellfish that many people think of as a luxury dinner ingredient. But to a urologist or men's health specialist, oysters are like a superweapon for testosterone production. They contain more zinc per ounce than any other food on Earth, and zinc is the single most important mineral for testosterone. Men with low testosterone almost always have low zinc. When zinc is deficient, the brain reduces its signal to the testes, testosterone production falls, sperm count falls, libido disappears, erections weaken, and energy collapses. When zinc is restored, the process reverses. Oysters also contain a unique amino acid called D-aspartic acid, which multiple studies show can naturally increase testosterone by supporting hormone signaling inside the brain. They also provide selenium, essential for sperm and reproductive tissues, omega-3 fats, which improve blood flow and reduce inflammation, and high amounts of vitamin B12, which supports energy production, red blood cell formation, and mood regulation. When all of these nutrients work together, your metabolism improves, your muscles recover faster, your strength increases, and your sexual performance changes dramatically. Now, some men hear the word oysters and think, I don't like seafood, or I don't live near the ocean, or they sound expensive. But here's the good news. This strategy works even if you never eat a fresh oyster. You can use canned oysters, smoked oysters, or even oyster extract if needed. You're not eating them for taste, you're eating them for power. Just 3 to 5 medium oysters a day, or half a can of smoked oysters, provides enough nutrients to meaningfully raise testosterone production in most men. Many men report feeling a difference in as little as 7 to 14 days, better energy, stronger morning erections, improved mood, and less fatigue. And unlike testosterone replacement therapy, which shuts down natural hormone production, oysters support the body's ability to produce testosterone naturally, safely, and sustainably. Let me explain what happens inside the body when testosterone rises naturally. First, Energy improves because testosterone increases the production of mitochondria, the engines inside your cells. That means more stamina, more physical strength, and more mental clarity. Second, muscle tissue rebuilds faster. Many men find they gain more strength from simple exercises like walking, resistance bands, or light weights. Third, belly fat begins to decrease because testosterone makes insulin more efficient and improves metabolic rate. Fourth, sexual function changes. Blood flow becomes stronger and nerves become more responsive, which leads to firmer, fuller erections and improved sensitivity. Fifth, mood stabilizes. Less irritability, less anxiety, more confidence, a sense of aliveness. And finally, sleep improves because testosterone helps regulate deep, restorative sleep, particularly REM sleep, which is essential for memory and healing. So you may be wondering, how do oysters do all this by themselves? The secret lies in the nutrient zinc. Zinc directs more than 300 biochemical processes in the body, including hormone regulation, immune system strength, cell repair, and protein synthesis. Most men over 60 do not get enough zinc because aging reduces nutrient absorption, modern farming reduces mineral levels in food, and many common medications, including acid reflux drugs, block zinc absorption. So it's not surprising that energy falls, muscle shrinks, libido fades, and depression increases. Add chronic stress on top of that, which increases cortisol, the hormone that kills testosterone, and you have the perfect storm. Oysters cut directly through that problem by supplying dense, absorbable zinc and essential amino acids in a form the body immediately recognizes. Let's talk briefly about stress because it may be the single biggest testosterone killer. When the body experiences ongoing stress, worry, or anxiety, cortisol rises. Cortisol and testosterone compete with each other. When one goes up, the other goes down. High cortisol also increases belly fat, worsens sleep, and decreases sexual performance. By increasing zinc and omega-3 fatty acids, both found abundantly in oysters, the body reduces inflammation and improves cortisol regulation. That means testosterone can rise again naturally, without forcing the system. Now, I want to be honest and realistic. Eating oysters daily is not a magic pill. You must support it with a few simple habits that allow testosterone to rise effectively. The three most important are sleep, hydration, and protein intake. Sleep is where hormones regenerate. If you routinely get less than 6-7 hours of quality sleep, testosterone production is reduced by up to 15 to 20% in just 1 week. The body produces the majority of testosterone between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. during deep sleep. So simply sleeping better. Cool, dark room, limited late-night light, no screens 1 hour before bed can significantly improve hormone levels. You can think of oysters as the fuel and sleep as the engine. Second, hydration is essential because blood flow is crucial for both testosterone function and sexual performance. The corpus cavernosum, the structure inside the penis that fills with blood to create an erection, depends on nitric oxide availability and smooth blood movement. If you're dehydrated, blood becomes thicker and circulation weakens. A simple rule is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water daily. That means if you weigh 160 pounds, aim for about 80 ounces of water each day. Third, protein intake must be adequate. Testosterone converts into usable muscle strength only when protein is available to build muscle tissue. Many older adults unknowingly undereat protein. Even 1 to 2 protein-rich meals a day can make a massive difference in strength, metabolism, and confidence. So how should you practically incorporate oysters into your routine? The simplest and most effective way is to eat 3 to 5 oysters daily or half a can of smoked oysters. Add a squeeze of lemon for flavor and vitamin C, which improves nutrient absorption. Eat them either alone, on a cracker, mixed into a salad, or blended into a smoothie if texture bothers you. If you cannot eat shellfish due to allergy or personal preference, you can use oyster extract capsules. Just ensure they come from pure wild sources with no heavy metals. But whenever possible, real food is better. I want you to understand something deeply. Feeling stronger, more capable, more masculine, and more alive is not about ego. It's about health, dignity, independence, and quality of life. Testosterone is not simply a sex hormone, it is a life hormone. It affects your heart, your lungs, your brain, your bones, your metabolism, and your emotional stability. When testosterone rises, everything improves. In part 2, I'm going to share additional foods that amplify the benefits of oysters, plus a simple daily routine to increase testosterone even faster. I'll also explain the biggest mistakes men make that sabotage their testosterone without even knowing it. But before we continue, I want to ask you for one small favor that truly helps this message reach other men who need it. Men who may be silently struggling and don't know where to turn. Before we move forward, I want to say something important. If you're listening to this right now and you've been feeling frustrated, tired, or defeated, maybe embarrassed to talk about declining energy or sexual performance, please know you're not alone and you're not broken. These changes are not a sign of weakness, aging failure, or loss of manhood. They are biology, and biology can be influenced. You have far more control over your hormones than you may believe, and the fact that you're watching this means you're already taking the first step back towards strength, clarity, and vitality. Now that you understand the power of oysters and the role zinc plays in testosterone and blood flow, let's talk about how to amplify those benefits and build a daily strategy that supports real and lasting improvement. While oysters are the most concentrated natural source of testosterone-supporting nutrition, they work even better when combined with a few other foods that complement hormonal pathways. The first is eggs, specifically whole eggs with the yolk. The yolk contains cholesterol, which your body uses to produce testosterone. Many men have been scared away from cholesterol due to outdated nutrition advice, but healthy cholesterol is the raw material used to synthesize testosterone molecules. Without it, production slows dramatically. Eggs also contain vitamin D, which is essential for testosterone signaling within cells. Men with vitamin D deficiency have significantly lower testosterone levels, and supplementing vitamin D has been shown to increase testosterone by 20-25 in some studies. So if you combine oysters for zinc and amino acids with eggs for cholesterol and vitamin D, you are supporting both the signal and the structure of testosterone production. The second food that pairs powerfully with oysters is pomegranate. Pomegranate is rich in antioxidants that protect testosterone molecules from oxidative damage. It also increases nitric oxide levels in the blood, which is crucial for strong erections and healthy circulation. Studies show pomegranate can increase testosterone levels by up to 24% when consumed daily, and it improves blood pressure, mood, and exercise performance. A small glass of pure pomegranate juice or half a fresh fruit per day is enough to make a meaningful difference. Next is pumpkin seeds, sometimes called pepitas. Pumpkin seeds are another excellent source of zinc, magnesium, and plant sterols that support hormone balance. Magnesium improves sleep quality, muscle recovery, and reduces inflammation, all essential for testosterone production. A small handful of pumpkin seeds in the evening is an easy way to support overnight hormonal repair. Another powerful food is extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil improves Leydig cell function. These are the cells inside the testes responsible for producing testosterone. It also supports cardiovascular health, lowers inflammation, and improves fat metabolism. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons per day, drizzled over vegetables or salad, is enough to improve hormone production. And speaking of vegetables, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage help reduce excess estrogen. As men age, estrogen levels can rise relative to testosterone due to body fat converting testosterone into estrogen. When estrogen climbs too high, testosterone crashes. These vegetables contain compounds like indole 3-carbinol that help balance hormones and lower estrogen dominance. Eating 1 serving per day can dramatically improve testosterone to estrogen ratio. Now, I want to share another critical piece many men overlook: heavy metals, chemicals, and plastics that disrupt hormones and lower testosterone. Substances like BPA in plastic bottles, pesticides in commercial produce, and certain chemicals in processed foods act like artificial estrogen in the body. They attach to hormone receptors and block testosterone from functioning. If you've ever wondered why men today have 25–50% lower testosterone levels than men in the 1970s, this is one of the biggest reasons. One simple switch is to store water in a glass container or stainless steel instead of plastic, especially if water sits in the sun or heat. Another is to wash produce thoroughly or choose organic when possible. Small changes create real results over time. With all of these tools in place, let's build a simple daily routine for increasing testosterone naturally and sustainably. Start your morning with hydration. A glass of water with a pinch of salt or a squeeze of lemon helps restore minerals lost during sleep. Then eat a protein-rich breakfast that includes whole eggs and healthy fats to provide raw materials for hormone production. At lunch or dinner, add your oysters, fresh, canned or smoked, and include vegetables and olive oil. Later in the evening, enjoy a handful of pumpkin seeds and, if you like, a small serving of pomegranate. Walk for 10 to 20 minutes after meals to improve blood sugar and increase nitric oxide for circulation. Just walking alone can increase testosterone and reduce belly fat by lowering insulin resistance. Exercise is another essential part of testosterone health, but let me be clear, you do not need to lift heavy weights, join a gym, or push yourself like you're 25 again. Even resistance bands or light dumbbells for 10 to 15 minutes a few times per week stimulate testosterone production. The key is activation, not exhaustion. Focus on major muscle groups, legs, hips, and back. Leg exercises like squats or chair stands produce more testosterone than upper body alone, and the body responds quickly. Within 1–2 weeks, men often experience more strength and energy. Now we must talk about something that affects nearly every man over 60 but rarely gets discussed openly: abdominal fat. Belly fat stores excess estrogen and suppresses testosterone. It also increases inflammation and interferes with blood flow, directly impacting erectile strength. Many men try to starve it away, but that backfires and lowers testosterone further. The real solution is muscle activation, protein intake, sleep quality, and zinc replenishment. When testosterone rises naturally, belly fat begins to melt without extreme dieting. Sleep is not just important, it is non-negotiable. If you struggle with sleep, consider magnesium before bedtime, limit screens for 1 hour before sleeping, and create a cool, dark environment. Deep sleep releases pulses of testosterone that the body uses the next day for energy, confidence, strength, and sexual function. Speaking of sexual function, many men assume that difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection is purely a blood flow problem. In reality, it is often a combination of blood flow and low testosterone. Testosterone increases nitric oxide production in the lining of blood vessels, the chemical that causes the penis to fill with blood. Without enough testosterone, even medication like sildenafil cannot work effectively. And here's something encouraging: both oysters and pomegranate directly increase nitric oxide levels, which improves erections naturally over time. Let's look at emotional health for a moment. When testosterone rises, men report feeling calmer, more mentally sharp, more decisive, more motivated, and more optimistic. Depression decreases not because life changes, but because biochemistry improves. Men rediscover confidence, not arrogance, but peace, stability, and inner strength. Many describe it as feeling like themselves again. So what results should you expect if you follow this daily routine consistently? In the first 7 to 14 days, most men report more energy, improved mood, better sleep, and stronger morning erections. Within 30 days, many notice increased strength, better posture, reduced belly fat, more motivation, and improved sexual performance. Within 60 to 90 days, testosterone levels may rise significantly, muscle tone improves visibly, and confidence dramatically increases. This is not hype. This is the biology of nutrient restoration and hormone activation. If you take only one thing from today, let it be this: Your body is not done. You are not too old. You have enormous potential for strength, vitality, and masculinity still inside you. Aging does not have to mean weakness or decline. The body wants to heal, and when you give it the right tools, nutrients, rest, movement, blood flow, it responds quickly and powerfully. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel capable. You deserve energy, clarity, passion, and intimacy. You deserve to wake up excited for life again. If this video has been helpful and you'd like more guidance, more routines, and more natural strategies for men's health, please take a moment now to support this channel so we can continue helping men reclaim their health and confidence.